What if you could build a real working app just by talking to your computer? Seriously. Today, we're going to look at a tool that is making that happen, and it is completely changing the game for anyone out there with a great idea.
You know the feeling, right? That light bulb moment hits. You've got this incredible million-dollar idea for an app or a website. But then, bam, reality sets in. You can't code. So what happens to that brilliant idea? Well, for most of us, it just fizzles out. It stays an idea.
I mean, the traditional way of getting from an idea to a real product has always been this long, winding, expensive road. It's just full of roadblocks. But what if there was a new way, a shortcut really, that lets you build things without all those old barriers? That's the promise we're going to dive into.
So let's talk about that barrier. It's so common, we should probably just give it a name. Let's call it the app development wall. This is that huge obstacle that stops most amazing ideas dead in their tracks.
And just think about the bricks that make up this wall. First, you've got the insane cost. We're talking hundreds, often thousands of dollars just to get a first version, an MVP, out the door. Then there's the time. My gosh, the time. Weeks just melt into months. And of course, there's the sheer technical headache of it all. Managing servers, front end, back end. It's a wall that for most people feels totally impossible to climb.
But what if you could just talk your way over that wall? That is exactly the idea behind the solution we're looking at. So it's time to meet your new AI co-developer. So what is Lovable.dev? Well, at its heart, it's this all-in-one platform that lets you build real apps and websites just by describing what you want. You know, in plain English. It's designed to be your partner, your sidekick in creation.
And this right here is the best way to think about it. It's not just some tool. It's a co-developer. You're the one with the vision. You describe what needs to be built, and the AI, it handles all the heavy lifting in the background. We're talking the code, the servers, the whole shebang.
Okay. This sounds amazing, right? Almost too good to be true. So how does it actually work? Let's break down the whole process, from just a simple idea to a finished working product.
And this is where the magic really is. You literally start with a simple sentence describing what you want, like create a user dashboard with monthly reports. You're not writing a single line of code. You're just stating your goal. And from that one little prompt, the AI starts building everything. The login system, the database, the user interface, all of it.
The whole thing is broken down into this super simple 5-step workflow. First, you plan out your idea. Then you prompt the AI with all the details. You can even upload a design you like for inspiration. After that, the AI generates the app structure and all the code. And what's really, really cool is that it doesn't just stop there. It actually helps you debug it, finding and fixing errors with you. Finally, once you're happy with it, you just click a button to deploy it and it's live on the internet. It's the entire journey, from A to Z.
So when you have a process that's this simple, it completely changes how things get made. It creates a brand new set of rules for building, and with that comes some pretty major advantages.
Now, what's so powerful here is that this isn't some closed-off toy. It handles the full stack. That's Geek Talk for everything, from the buttons you see on the screen to the database holding all the information. It also hooks right into GitHub, which is the gold standard for how professional developers manage their projects. And here it is, the most important part. You own 100% of the code it creates. That means you're never trapped. You can take your app and go anywhere with it.
So let's put this head-to-head with the old way of doing things, those legacy app builders. Right off the bat, the AI chat development, you just don't get that with the old tools. Full-stack automation? Super rare elsewhere. But honestly, the two biggest things are that professional GitHub integration and the fact that you own all the code. With so many other platforms, you don't. You're basically renting. This is a huge shift in power, putting it right back in the hands of the creator.
So who's actually using this stuff? Well, it's a pretty wide mix of people. You've got startups launching their first products at lightning speed, you have agencies building projects for their clients way faster, and you even have internal business teams creating their own custom tools, like dashboards or ticketing systems, without needing to bother the IT department.
All right, let's talk about the bottom line, because this part is just wild. The cost. A pro plan is around $25 a month. $25. Now compare that to hiring a developer to build that same first version of your app. You're looking at $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 or even more. The cost savings are just massive. It completely opens the door for so many more people to bring their ideas to life.
You know, all of this really leads to a pretty deep question. We are watching a major shift in how things are made. Is knowing how to code actually becoming optional for creating something new?
At the end of the day, this is about way more than just a cool new tool. It's a genuine transformation. For founders who don't code, it's pure empowerment. It's the freedom to build and launch your own thing. For businesses, it's about incredible speed and efficiency. Building prototypes and new tools at a tiny fraction of the old cost. It's a win-win all around.
That massive wall to entry for creating something new and putting it out into the world, it's been smashed to pieces. The only real limit anymore is your imagination. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. In a world where you can build an app just by describing it, what are you going to create?